Welcome, crypto fam, to No One Daily Bitcoin Pod. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, as well as breaking news just in. Michael strategy, now known as Strategy B, to raise $722.5 million to buy more Bitcoin. We'll also be discussing Tornado Cash is officially legal, as well as Eminem's former sound engineer charged with selling the rapper's unreleased music for Bitcoin. That's right. Also, more breaking news. Eric Trump joins Meta Planet Strategic Board of Investors. Let's go. We'll also be discussing who's really running in Trump's race to make the United States a Bitcoin superpower. I'll be breaking that down for you. We'll also be discussing government can realize gains on gold certificates to buy Bitcoin. That's according to Bo Hines. That's right. So the Trump administration's budget neutral way to buy billions of dollars in Bitcoin, it's a done deal. Also, as predicted, Bitcoin is demonetizing gold, quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Keiser. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Welcome, everyone, to the live stream. What it do? Make some noise. Happy TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Warpaint in the building. East Afro King, Bitalica, Warpaint, Scott Grimes, Trevor Fay, East Afro King, DNA Noonan, hanging out at home, watching the greatest show on the tube. Love you, Shakalaka. Smash the likes on your way in for JV and the chairman of the SEC. Where is the Nippinator? There he is. He's hiding today. He's always lurking. But anyways, welcome everyone. It's a tri-stream this beautiful day. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube, and I will be streaming over the course of the next couple of hours. So hide your kids, hide your wives, hide your cats, and hide your dogs. We go in full force here. Welcome again, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and pin the stream to the top of the X profile. It's a tri-stream, as you already know. So you're going to find it pinned at the very top. Bada boom, bada Bitcoin, officially pinned, and all comments and quotes of the live stream, as I will be checking the feed throughout the entire stream on X. All comments and quotes will get reposted in real time, and I'll also shout you guys out, so thank you guys in advance. Shout out Greg. Good to have you here, Pirate. Bitcoin still sideways, no superpower. Bearish, still power. What happened to the biddy? Ask Shakur. Pretty Little Bitty's doing what Pretty Little Bitty does best. So it's all good in the hood. So glad to be back to the regular time. That's right. This week will be 4 p.m. streams. Make note of it. And hide your biddies. That's right. Shout out Lock Sky. Welcome to the live stream. Good to have you here in the house with us. And again, shout out Harry Balls. I appreciate the comment. Sat stacking weekend. Damn straight. It's a sat stacking Friday, followed by a sat stacking Saturday, followed by a sat stacking Sunday. And if you don't know, now you know. Thank you, Harry Balls. I just hit you with a repost. This is the only channel. Latest Bitcoin news right now. Thank you, Trevor Fay. And if you guys can repost each other's comments and quotes, that'll only help hack the algorithm. Shout out to the Crypto Surge, Stephen and his beautiful wife, Cindy. I know he's on his cruise right now. He wrote still on a cruise, but I still watch the greatest podcast on all the webs live at 4 p.m. Greatly appreciate all your support. Hopefully you're having a fantastic time out there. This is the place to be. You're damn right. Thank you, Bitalica. And shout out Max Keiser. Always an honor to get a repost from the high priest himself. So I greatly appreciate you, Max. Shout out the Bitcoin Libertarian and the rest of the Family Fam. We also have a brand new song to premiere today called Bitcoin Presidents by Chandy 10 Music. So stay tuned. And now I'm going to hit you guys with the theme music. Let's get it.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day. Maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Welcome everyone again to the live stream. Happy Sat Stack and Friday. TGIF. We have made it. Let's strike the gong as a nice warm welcome for everyone tuned in today. And of course, give it up for our one and only chairman of the SEC, Nippinator. What side is he on right now? Oh, he's in the bed. Excellent. Getting more done at the SEC than Gensler accomplished in the past 4 years. So give it up for the Nip. And this gong strike is for each and every one of you. Let's go. Since yesterday, President's speech, Bitcoin dumped till 83. No superpower. We shall soon see, Shakur. And tell me why you hate Bitcoin so much. Which alts are you shilling today? Let me know. Where's all our baddies? Shout out the bitty baddies and the bitty broskies. Welcome, Leroy Brown, coming straight from the underground. Shout out Leroy Brown. What it do? Shout out Lay's Face. Ian, what up? Scott Guy, sorry, man. I am one from the Vitamin Shop. You told me to tune in today. Shout out Scott. Well, shout out Scott and shout out Ian. Welcome, brothers. Everyone is buying and the price is steady, but when it runs, it's going to be mega. Awesome. Glad to see you made it. Well, thank you, Scott, for introducing Ian to the stream. I greatly appreciate it. For those that don't know, this is number one day of the Bitcoin pod. I stream each and every day, 7 days a week. Yeah, we go for 2 hours. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. And of course, we syndicate the podcast on all major podcasting platforms. That goes from X, Rumble, YouTube, where we do the video, and then syndicated on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, etc., Google Play, anywhere podcasts can be played. That's what's up. Heard the gong, you damn right. That's the war cry right there. Shout out Bring Facts, OGs in the building. Good to have you here, family. And again, guys, keep the comments coming. Bada boom, bada Bitcoin. There's Chandy 10 right there. Love it. And again, we're going to be premiering a brand new, never heard before Chandy Jam called Bitcoin Presidents later on in the stream. So stick around and let's freaking go. But yeah, again, welcome everyone. I'm just trying to repost everyone as fast as I can here. I see you guys blowing up the stream, which is always greatly appreciated. So thank you guys so much. JV is cool. Thank you, Boris. You're pretty cool yourself. Chandy, you're the best. East Afro, TGIF, CNA, and the fam. That's what's up. I love it. Shout out KZY, Chris181. Appreciate all the love. But anyways, without further ado, if you're new to the channel, important to smash the likes, go ahead, subscribe, then ring the bell. Turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, 7 days a week, just like this. Today is pod episode 1940, meaning in 2 more months we hit episode 2000, making this the most consistent Bitcoin podcast to ever exist. And my name is JV. It's March 21st, 2025. Markets are correcting some, but there's lots of news out there. Again, happy TGIF. Let's get it. But anyways, let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. You can see pretty little bitty correcting, maintaining around 84,000 at the time of the live stream. Ether, BNB, and Tron barely in the red. XRP and most of the alts, many of, correcting and in the red. And checking out CoinMarketCap.com. The current crypto market cap sitting at a $2.75 trillion mark. The Bitcoin market cap sitting at $1.663 trillion. We got roughly 63 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours. And the current Bitcoin dominance is 60.5%, with the Ether dominance back on the climb, but barely. Currently at 8.7%. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours. Cake leading the pack, up 15%, followed by Bera, up 11%, followed by Story, up 8%. Which alts are you bullish on for the bull? Holla. And checking out the crypto bubbles. I like to use this so we get a visual perspective on the daily and for the month. And as you can see here, unfortunately for the day, the majority of the alts correcting, and in the red, I'd say 80 over 20, red over green. Let's actually do the week. We usually skip the week and go to the month. For the weekly, I'd say a mixed bag, maybe 60-40, green over red. And zooming out on the monthly, unfortunately, 95% wreck city. Blood on these streets in the crypto sphere. And checking out the Crypto Greed Index. We're currently rated a 31 back in fear. Yesterday was 49 neutral. Last week a 27, and last month a 44 in fear. And checking out the time chain calendar. We have 161,210 blocks until the halving of 2028. And we're currently on block number 888,790. And you currently exchange one fiat monopoly dollar for 1,192 sats. Pick up the sats, put down the gats, and pick up some Bitcoin caps from my man Sergio over at bitcoincaps.net. And if you don't know, now you know, broskies. Shout out Nelson. I have enough of the biddy. Now my attention is into the XRP, says Nelson. Hit the like, fam. Shout out Casey. Good to have you here, brother. After the president say the superpower. I see you got jokes, Shakur. We'll see who's laughing when Bitcoin rips to 7 figures. And you're like, oh, man, crap. Snagglepuss. I should have did something about that. But we'll see who has the last laugh. You can laugh all you want about the price action right now. I'm actually laughing all the way to the bank. I remember when I got started in Bitcoin, it was $1,500 per coin. And then people told me I was crazy for trading the real money, the fiat, the real money, the fiat monopoly money for the magical digital internet money. Now, who's laughing now, haters? Who's laughing now? But also remember, this time last year, we were nowhere near $83,000. So we're up significantly. And I think the Bitcoiners were laughing at the no coiners. But you guys tell me. I hold Bitcoin, Solana, and Sui. Thank you for sharing, Mark. Shout out Diana. Always a pleasure to have you here. Bitcoin supply shock coming. Shout out to the crypto colon. Welcome, brother. Yes. Let's rock it. But anyways, let's rock it to the moon, where no man has gone before. And I mean that literally.
Oh, bring me up, bitty glow. Prize discovery, yeah, let it show. Bang, 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 like a B-52, we built a bitty
Stacked revolutionary love shack. I'm stacking sats like it's Max and Stacy. Stacking sats cause tax is crazy. I'm stacking sats cause the IMF hates me. Stacking sats
Because the haters don't phase me. No Diddy, no Jay-Z. Stacking the biddy like it's Nipsey and Jay-Z. Not JV. Yo, check that out, yo. Shout out Bring Facts. Look at me now. I'm the bank. I'm the central bank now. Mofos.
cause the haters don't phase me. No Diddy, no Jay-Z. Stacking the biddy like it's Nipsey and JV. Stacking the biddy like it's paper and Chandy. Stacking BTC like caffeine in my canteen. Life is a game of chess that makes biddies the damn queen. Stacking BTC till they cancel me and I can't stream. Like Biggie, it was all a dream. Now the biddy has set me free.
Going, let's biddy up, babe. Bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade. Auto house strong, yeah, we built it this way. No one to hold 'em, yeah, we're holding, never folding.
I've always been a rapper, honky cracker.
But now I'm a pastor, Bitcoin stacker. Now I'm a master of the Bitcoin standard, hitting up faster than the Bitcoin panda. You can't touch me with your shitcoin flow. Like, do you even Bitcoin, bro? Shakur, let me know. Welcome to the Bitcoin show. Now listen up closely, low-key, stacking BTC like the Nipster. In El Salvador with my biddy hipsters. You feel me? JV makes the best DJ. Exactly, Scott. I'm starting to memorize the lyrics now. Excellent. Shout out Chandy10. Shout out Moon Girl. Good to have you here. Happy Friday, Casey. Welcome to the live stream. And again, welcome everyone joining us. Looks like we got over 500 people already here, and we're just getting started. So we have a jam-packed session here today. And again, we're streaming on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Lots in the news. Next, let's dive into our TA, aka astrology for the broskies. And for today, we'll just pull up some of the live charts, do some live chart action, Jackson satisfaction. You feel me? Here you're looking at a 1 hour chart. There is a rising formation, as you can see, with those green lines, but we do have a bear target on the screen, currently sitting at 75,761. And do note, this is via Coinbase. And again, this is live via TradingView. And zooming out from the hourly chart, we'll take a look at a 4 hour. The 4 hour chart shows a rising wedge as well, but there's also a falling wedge before the rising wedge, interestingly enough. And we do have a few targets to be aware of. One is a double bottom bull target of 113.7, and then we have another target at 106.269, which would take us about maybe 3,000 away from price discovery, which was achieved Jan 20th, which is currently 109.3. And we also have a bear target here on the 4 hour chart, sitting at 75,776. My question for y'all, is the bottom in? As you know, maybe a week ago, we touched the 76 to 77 range, and many of the top analysts say the bottom is in, and we can start, ascending from here, recapture, price discovery potentially even by the end of this month, if not by April. But you guys let me know your thoughts, or do you think we'll likely retest that 77 level and potentially follow this target on the screen at 75? Let me know, and I'll read those comments here in a bit. And checking out the daily. The daily chart also is a rising wedge followed by a falling wedge, ironic enough. 2 bull targets on the screen. The one in the red sitting at 114, and we have one just right about the same level, maybe in the 113, 114 range. Yep, 113.7 to be exact. And then we also have a bear target here on the daily chart sitting at 68,699, and a super bear target, which you ain't gonna see nothing near this in my opinion, but nonetheless, it shows $49,000 for the King Crypto. And zooming out from the daily, we take a look at a weekly. The weekly chart, holy moly. We also still have the sexy 124 cup and handle target, which in my opinion is in play, especially once we can recapture price discovery. I think that'll be the next logical leg up, somewhere between the 120 to 130 range. But you guys let me know your thoughts. And of course, we're going to get a new weekly close here on Sunday at around 6 p.m. The past couple of weeks, obviously it's been not moving much, pretty sideways. Itty bitty green candle close we had last Sunday, and the prior week was a mega bear candle, as you can see on your screen. And then we had another bear candle. So we've had several weeks of either bearishness or trading sideways, and hopefully we can recover and bounce back strong, especially for the month of April, if we don't finish strong here in the month of March. But nonetheless, speaking of the monthly, let's pull up the monthly chart. As you can see here, thus far, we're forming a red candle for the month. Last month was also a bearish close, unfortunately. January, we were in the green. December was in the red, and November was the most bullish candle of all time we've had since the inception of the Genesis block, which you can see the big Godzilla candle here on your screen. But also let me know if you think we'll likely close the month of March in the green or in the red. And then for the month of April, and obviously we're going to put a bow on Q1 here. There's only less than a couple of weeks left. And it is 420, so happy 420 in advance, of course, for the broskies. And next up, we're going to be speaking about our next breaking story, Saylor's strategy to raise $722 million to buy more of the Bitcoin. That's a $750 million purchase, just like that. So shout out to the Giga Chad, Mikey Saylor. Bring back the Where's the Beef lady. I used to get the injections for the emergencies, no insurance, so crap. I'm not sure what's going on there, but sending prayers, of course. Bitcoin more than 24 hours, and we're still sideways. I need 50 subs to go live. What does that mean? You need 50 subs to go live on YouTube, or what are you referring to, DNA? Let us know. Happy Friday, CNA. Can't wait for my day job to end to kick the weekend off. Respect. I can't wait for you to retire yourself there, Matt Man. Let's get it. DCA, I am down. Dollar cost average, always stacking the biddy. No diddy. You know how we do.
But now I'm a pastor, Bitcoin stacker. Now I'm a master of the Bitcoin standard. Hit 'em up faster than the Bitcoin panda. You can't touch me with your shitcoin flow.
Like, do you even Bitcoin, bruh?
Let me know. Welcome to the Bitcoin show. Now listen up closely, low-key, stacking BTC like Satoshis. In El Salvador with my Bitcoin broskies, raising up the biddy like Gohan. Living in a huddle house, we're not the pawns.
Going, let's biddy up.
Bang, bang on the door. Let's get it. Yeah, feel free to drop your YouTube link in the chat, and let's help you get to 50 subs. I didn't know you needed 50 subs to go live. I didn't even know there was whatever it's called, like a metric in order to do that. Good to know.
Hey, bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade. Heart on how strong, yeah, we built it this way. No one to hold 'em.
Yeah, we're holding, never folding.
Bitcoin's dripping like a new Scottie Pippen 80 G's. We're royalty, biddy kings and queens, manifesting the kingdom that's finally come, playing chess moves.
Checkmate, we won. We're raising the roof in El Salvador. Shout out Bukele. They continue to purchase the biddy. Hey, JB, I can share my YouTube channel here. Yeah, absolutely. You have my permission. So thank you. Feel free to drop the link. I don't know if the algorithm allows that, to be quite honest, but if you can and it doesn't block it, you're welcome to drop the direct link. There's the direct username, DNA Noonan. Yeah, let's help him blow that up. Let's get him 50 subs, and then he can start going live as well. That's what's up. You're very welcome. Thank you for being a moderator. I'd appreciate if everyone could support our moderators, because a lot of them are also either YouTubers or sharing news on X, and they have great content. So from Chandy to the Oracle to OG Bring Facts to DNA Noonan, let's show them some love as well. I greatly appreciate that. We help one another. We're the Bitcoin team at the end of the day. So there you go. Moon Girl, sub to the channel. That's what's up. And if you guys are new watching this, obviously it's a try stream. There's 750 people here now. So if you're on X, where the majority of our audience is, I also encourage you guys to visit our YouTube channel at cryptonewsalerts.net and subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. It does help out a lot. So there we have it. And we're going to continue with the news, so keep the comments flowing. Always appreciated. Shout out to the entire CNA fam holding down the Bitcoin Cafe, as we do. At work, listening to the best Biddy show. I get off in a few cold beer and buy a few more sats, stacking the Biddy. Love to hear it. But yeah, let's dive into the latest from the Giga Chat, Mikey Saylor. I was always a pleasure to see this. Michael Saylor tweeted, Strategy announces pricing of its Stripe perpetual preferred stock, offering to upsize the deal from $500 million to $722 million. Under promise, over deliver. That's this man right here. So yeah, big things ahead here. Let's break her down. Strategy has announced the pricing of its latest round of perpetual preferred stock, which the company does before announcing more Bitcoin acquisitions. According to Strategy, the latest round of preferred stock will be sold at $85 per share, and with a 10% coupon. What a nice man. It'll bring the company approximately $711 million in revenue, hence why he is called the Bitcoin Alchemist. Market analyst Jesse Myers said the annual 11.8% dividend distributed to the investors from the largest offering suggests Strategy can now siphon investors from the bond market, which only offers 4.2% interest. Strategy's most recent Biddy purchase occurred March 17th. The company acquired 130 Bitcoin, valued at roughly $10 million. I think that was like their smallest Bitcoin acquisition of all time, bringing its total holdings to 499,226 BTC. So currently, Strategy has more than double the Bitcoin allocation than the United States government. So it's one of the largest holders in the world. BlackRock obviously has more than them, over 600,000, I believe. However, this is one of the, obviously, it's the first publicly traded company to even put Bitcoin on the balance sheet, and they're just leading the way with corporate adoption. The March 17th acquisition was the company's smallest purchase on record, as I mentioned. However, Michael Saylor signaled that the company will raise more debt and sell more equity to fuel the accumulation of Bitcoin. And you know, Saylor's loving these prices right now. If you were a billionaire purchasing billions of dollars of Bitcoin, would you rather do so at 80,000 or 180,000? Clear, right? It's clear. March 10th, Strategy announced it would periodically sell shares at an 8% Series A perpetual strike preferred stock as part of the plan to raise an additional $21 billion to buy more Bitcoin. Can someone run the math of today's prices? How much Bitcoin can Saylor purchase with $21 billion with today's price? Let me know. I'm curious. The company followed through on the March 18th by announcing the tranche of 5 million shares of Series A perpetual preferred stock to raise additional capital. Data from the Saylor tracker shows the company is still up approximately 26% all-time on its investment and is sitting on over $8.6 billion in unrealized gains despite the recent market downturn. However, shares of Strategy declined by over 26% early March since their highest point in January of 2025 and plummeted by over 44% since the all-time high of roughly $543 reached on November 21st. Shares of Strategy are currently trading at around $299, up 29% from the recent low of $231 recorded March 11, 10 days ago. The company's inclusion in the NASDAQ 100, a weighted stock index that tracks 100 companies by market cap on the tech-focused stock exchange, injected fresh capital flows into the company, but also exposed it to the broader downturns within the tech market. And if you don't know, now you know. Also breaking news, privacy wins. Tornado Cash is officially legal. Roman Storm and Alexei should be immediately freed, pardoned, and reimbursed by the state for their invalid prosecution. As you know, the war on crypto under the Biden administration with Gary Gensler, they targeted the Tornado Cash developers. While it has been official, Tornado Cash is legal, so all criminal charges should be dropped. And if they're still in jail, I don't know all the details, they should be released. So that's good news for the crypto industry. And if you don't know, now you know. Next story, we'll be discussing Eminem's former sound engineer charged with selling the rapper's unreleased music for the Biddy. Crazy, right? Let's get it. There we have it. People are subscribing to DNA Noonan. Thank you guys for the support. Tune into the song We Are Family, our CNA family. It's just cool cars for now. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do when I go live. Word up. I have the world's hottest gummy bear that I'm going to eat for my next YouTube video. Wow. I got to see this hot gummy bear. I can only hope that Michael does not over leverage. Once you're way over your skills, there is no safe landing. And right now there's a lot of controversy. We did dive into that on yesterday's pod. Some analysts are saying what Saylor's doing is extremely dangerous and risky, while others are saying it's the most genius move of all time. Time will tell. Hey, JB, watching from Cornwall, England. Shout out Fairground. Greatly appreciate your support, broski. And again, welcome everyone joining the live stream. We have over 900 people here live and in the flesh this Friday. Let's get it. Coming out tomorrow, so I won't at work tonight. Right on, brother. Shout out DJ Wednesday. Good to have you on the stream. And I'm going to strike the gong for all the new members just joining us. Welcome to the pod. So yeah, we'll see how Michael Saylor's strategy plays out. Some are saying he's over leveraged here. Time will tell. And that was pretty big news with Eric Trump joining the board of directors on MetaPlanet. We'll dive into that in a little bit as well. One of our stories here today. Watching from Massachusetts. Damn. I could only imagine taxes must be bad out there if it has the nickname Taxachusetts. Shout out Moon Girl. Good to have you here. Shout out all our lunar girls, all of our bitty baddies. Sydney, Australia in the building. Shout out B Rice holding it down. Good to have you here as well, family.
Checkmate, we won.
We're raising the roof in El Salvador. Freedom flows, IMF can't hold us no more.
Stacking BTC like Tate versus the BBC. Stacking the biddy like BTC OGs. Stacking BTC on
Lightning with no fees.
Stacking BTC like
Snoop Dogg rolls weed.
Stacking BTC like
Scarface with a nosebleed.
Stacking BTC
Like Shinobi, nobody knows me.
Stacking BTC like
Everyone owes me. Stacking BTC like Max and John McAfee. Stacking BTC, accumulating stats so rapidly, so happily. Let's go. I'm pumped. Panama and La Casa. Shout out Panama, holding it down. Robert O'Connor in the building. Tornado Cash is basically a decent crypto mixer, obfuscate, source shit coins. Not a fan. Oh, right on, Greg. Well, can't people do any cryptocurrency, including like Bitcoin, if they wanted to like make it untraceable or something? From my understanding. Shout out Nipinator. But did the developers deserve to be imprisoned? I don't think so. I mean, it's open source, it's code. And so that's like an attack against the First Amendment and free speech to lock someone up for creating code. You understand? So let's free these people who don't belong to be in prison. Let's also, while we're at it, let's pardon Julian Assange from WikiLeaks, as well as Edward Snowden. Why are they still in prison or unable to leave or whatever's going on? You know what I mean? 21 billion at 84 is roughly 250,000 Bitcoin. Thank you, brother. So that means if Saylor would have purchased that 21 billion at today's prices, his company goes from holding 500,000 Bitcoin to 750,000 with one purchase. Now, obviously, it's going to be many purchases, but just a hypothetical. That's pretty wild. How much Bitcoin he's accumulating. Mind-boggling. Bitcoin super choppy, coiling up for the bounce. Bounce. Come on, bounce. Enjoy the ride. Huddle gang, huddle gang, huddle gang.
Stacking BTC so casually, no casualties of galaxies around Earth fallacies.
Stacking BTC on a flat Earth with no gravity.
Stacking BTC cause Bitcoin is your majesty.
Going, let's biddy up, babe. Bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade.
Thank you guys again. The stream is blowing up. We already got 18 hearts and 16 reposts. That's pretty fantastic allocation of hearts to reposts. And give it up for the Nipinator. If not for JV, we only get one chairman of the SEC to do right in crypto this time around. Gensler, epic failure, no Claire Gare. You know what I mean? But anyways, welcome everyone just joining us. Looks like we got over 1,000 people here now, so let's move on to our next story of the day, broskies and bitty baddies, holding her down. Yeah, so let's discuss this Eminem story, which kind of caught my interest. I'm like, that's interesting. Eminem's former sound engineer charged with selling the rapper's unreleased music for Bitcoin. Now, many rappers have exposure to Bitcoin. There's been stories we've covered over the years. I've been doing this podcast for like, I don't know, 7 years or so. And I know 50 Cent was collecting Bitcoin for albums. I know Eminem is a Bitcoin holder. I know Logic is a Bitcoin holder. I would assume all the smart people in hip hop or just smart people in general are Bitcoin holders, and especially if you're, worth hundreds of millions or potentially billions of dollars and you have that level of influence. Let's break this down. A former sound engineer for award-winning rapper Eminem, also known as Marshall Mathers, Chicka Slim Shady, was charged on Wednesday with stealing the rapper's unreleased music and selling it for Bitcoin, according to federal prosecutors. Joseph Strange, 46, allegedly sold 25 of Eminem's unfinished songs to a Canadian man he met on the internet in exchange for $50,000 worth of Bitcoin. According to the criminal complaint filed in Michigan on Wednesday, prosecutors allege that Strange stole the songs from Effigy, Eminem's music studio that's based in Michigan, and the Strange worked for Eminem between 2007 and 2021. Quoting them here, "It's important for people to understand that a criminal complaint is merely a set of allegations signed by the prosecutor and publicized by a press release." Well, that does make a good point, and that's exactly what a lawyer would say that's representing this guy. We haven't even been in the courtroom yet, let alone had the allegations tested by a judge or jury. That's where these allegations belong. Now, in a statement provided by the Detroit Free Press on Wednesday, a spokesperson from Eminem said, "The significant damage caused by a trusted employee to Eminem's artistic legacy and creative integrity cannot be overstated, let alone the enormous financial losses incurred by many of the creators and collaborators that deserve protection for their decades of work." A representative for Eminem did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Strange is being charged with criminal infringement of a copyright and interstate transportation of stolen goods for leaking the songs without Eminem's consent, according to the complaint. The charges come after employees at the rapper's music studio discovered some of Eminem's unreleased music was available on online platforms, including YouTube and Reddit. Go figure. This triggered an FBI investigation, according to the court documents. Strange is allegedly heavily involved with Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining, and according to the witnesses interviewed in the complaint, would only accept payment for the music in crypto. Strange faces up to 5 years in prison and a fine of $250,000 if convicted. Obviously, it's all allegations right now. On the charge of criminal copyright infringement, and faces the maximum penalty up to 10 years in prison if convicted. On the charge of interstate transportation of stolen goods, in 2002, the number of tracks on his Eminem Show album were being sold online. Now, that was actually one of my favorite Eminem albums. It brings back memories. That was around the time after I graduated high school, FYI. I graduated class of 2001. So anyways, and On the Street by Pirates before the intended release date, forcing the rapper to move up the album's release to minimize the financial losses. So there you have it. What are your thoughts on that? And I guess you got to be very careful who you keep in your inner circle, especially when you have that level of influence and people can make money off of your creation, in this case his music. Pretty wild, but not surprised. I mean, this probably happens quite often, I would assume, with music leaking, right? That's how so much music does leak in the first place. Big up the Nip Nip. I am with the bit drip with the real Slim Shady. Please stand up. I've created a monster. Nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want Shady. I'm chopped liver. Well, if you want Nipsey, this is what I'll give you. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to the crypto princess. Loving the flowers there. Your dog is cute. Thank you, Shakur. Nippinator. Gotta keep them nippinating.
Oh, how strong, yeah, we built it this way. No one to hold 'em, yeah, we're holding, never folding.
Bitcoin glow, stack it up, let it show. Price discovery, patience, game on, let's go. Biddy up, Roger out. We're changing the world, there's no doubt.
And again, welcome those joining us. Happy TGIF. 1,100 people here right now. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. And we're going to continue with the news. Big news with Eric Trump becoming on the board of directors for Metaplanet, which is the Japanese version of Strategy B. Didn't anticipate that happening. I think that's a pretty clever move, in my opinion. So that's our next story we're about to dive into. You got to keep them nippinating. Exactly, brothers. And keep them nippinating. I know Eminem's music only worth $50,000 makes no sense, right? I mean, you would think it'd be millions of dollars. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's just easy money for the person who had access to it, and to that person, it's life-changing, like a regular employee. I mean, not everyone's worth hundreds of millions or billions like some of these influencers or rappers. So maybe they figured, a year's salary, all I have to do is send these songs to this person in exchange for Bitcoin. Why not? So who knows? It could happen for sure. I'm sure if there was no truth to it at all, there'd probably be no charges. And I'm not saying it's accurate. It's currently allegations, but there's probably some level of truth. Where there's smoke, there's fire, but we'll soon see. We'll see how it plays out. But yeah, not a good look. I bet you $50,000 was not worth 10 years in prison if he's found guilty. You know what I mean? No amount of money is worth being imprisoned. Obviously, your freedom is priority number one. Stay free, broskies. Even if someone offered you $10 billion in Bitcoin to do something illegal that's going to put you in jail for 20 years, not worth the risk it. Don't risk it for the biscuit. Crypto Princess, I think she does have a YouTube channel. So, and again, welcome those joining us. We're just chillaxing this Friday with the chairman of the SEC doing God's work. But next story of the day, family. Here's the latest with the Trumpster. Not Donald, but Eric. He joins Metaplanet's strategic board of investors. Let's get her. Bitcoin stacking firm Metaplanet appointed U.S. President Trump's son Eric to its newly established strategic board of advisors to further Metaplanet's mission to become the global leader of the Bitcoin economy. Quoting the Metaplanet CEO Simon Jurovich, his business acumen, love the Bitcoin community, and global hospitality perspective with the invaluable and accelerating Metaplanet's vision of becoming the world's leading Bitcoin treasury companies. Let's go. They also added, as a globally recognized business leader and entrepreneur, Eric Trump brings a wealth of experience in real estate, finance, brand development, and strategic business growth, and has become a leading voice and advocate of digital asset adoption worldwide. So this is big news. I mean, Trump's one of the biggest names in the world, if not the biggest name in the world. So I think this was a very fantastic move on behalf of Metaplanet. It's definitely going to get a lot of attention now. The move is part of Metaplanet's plan to establish a board of influential voices, speakers, and thought leaders around the world who are committed to furthering Bitcoin adoption. Metaplanet CEO Simon, reach out to the Nipponator. He's all about Bitcoin adoption. We got your back, broski. Metaplanet shares increased 17.8% to 4,730 Japanese yen, which is $31.74 USD, over the first 80 minutes of the March 21st trading day on the Tokyo Stock Exchange. And as you can see, here's the official announcement from the CEO of Metaplanet, Simon. Metaplanet thrilled to welcome Trump to our newly formed strategic board of advisors, and his business expertise and passion for the Biddy will help drive our mission towards as we continue building one of the world's leading Bitcoin treasury companies. And here's a photo of them together rocking, it looks like a Metaplanet hat, but I can't read it. Nice orange hats here in the suits. Metaplanet currently holds 3,050 Biddy, worth nearly $4.1 billion, making it the 12th largest corporate Bitcoin holder. Bitbo's BitcoinTreasuries.net data shows the Japanese-based investment firm is set to target and accumulate at least 10,000 Bitcoin before the end of this year. And Simon's firm has purchased 1,288 Biddies over the first 11 or so weeks of this year, a substantial rise in pace compared to last year, but not quite on track to reach the ambitious target. The company has been adopting a range of financial instruments to bolster its Bitcoin reserve since it made its first purchase on April 23rd last year. Meanwhile, Eric Trump has been a key contributor to the Trump family World Liberty financial crypto platform, which completed its second token sale in March of 2025, bringing its total funding to $550 million. The Trump-affiliated platform, World Liberty, currently holds 80.8 million worth of crypto assets. And FYI, they definitely distanced themselves from World Liberty Financial, because if you go to the website, they reworded everything. So they're distancing themselves from it, which is a smart move. They should have never involved themselves in the first place, but I digress. The president's son also recently revealed that his personal crypto holdings include Bitcoin, Ether, Solana, and Sui. So again, Eric Trump announced having Bitcoin, Ether, Solana, and Sui on a personal level. And if you don't know, now you know. And next up, we'll be discussing who's running in Trump's race to make the United States a Bitcoin superpower. And then we'll dive into our feature story of the day and discuss trading gold certificates for Bitcoin for the United States. Let's go. And again, welcome everyone joining us. What it do? Mr. President Trump, please pump Bitcoin to 100. I subbed your facts. Word up, DNA. Keep on nibbinating. That's what we do best. That's not even one Bitcoin, like 0.6 BTC. Well done, you thief. Not. Yeah, some people are just going to be idiots. You can't fix retarded. Hi, everyone. I'm actively back holding since 2016. Trent Van, welcome back, broski. Biddy up, Roger out. I'm checking the X feed again now. Just a reminder, all comments and quotes get reposted. Thank you, Chandy, for another quote. I just reposted. Shout out Crypto Cats. Appreciate it. Much love. It looks like we're up to 1,200 people on the stream. Very nice. And next up is our feature stories. Can the real Donald pump? Please pump it up. Please pump it up.
Pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up.
You gotta pump it up.
You got to pump it up.
People ask me, JV, but what's the second best cryptocurrency?
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right?
And it goes da-doing, doing, doing. Are we going to flip back on the green today? Or is it going to be a corrective Friday and we're going to pump for Sat Stack and Saturday? Let me know, broskies. What are your thoughts on that? And we have quite a quiet chat today, considering how many people are here. But anyways, I guess we'll just move right into our next story, broskies. Let's go. Yeah, Bitcoin superpower of the world. Making America. That was according to Trump as he gave that speech at the White House just the other day. We covered it on yesterday's pod. Let's dive deeper into that, and then we'll dive into our feature story discussing the United States government trading gold notes for Bitcoin, which is a neutral way where they don't have to use the taxpayer money to purchase the Bitcoin, which is pretty bullish, obviously. So yeah, here's the latest with Trump wanting to make the United States the Bitcoin superpower of the world. U.S. President Trump wants to make his country a Bitcoin superpower. Let me know if you watched the speech he gave. It was less than 3 minutes, but nonetheless, very profound, hence why it was our feature story yesterday. Speaking at the Blockworks Digital Asset Summit, March 20th, he shared, together we'll make America the undisputed Bitcoin superpower and the crypto capital of the world. The U.S. crypto industry has benefited greatly from preferential executive orders coming out of the Trump White House, including the establishment of the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve, a move advocates regard as a key metric for BITI adoption. However, many other countries, including major U.S. trade partners, are just not ready to take on Bitcoin as a reserve asset, begging the question of who the U.S. is competing against to become a Bitcoin superpower. That's right. Compared to major trade partners and geopolitical rivals, the U.S. is certainly far ahead of the game in terms of BITI adoption. Neither the European Union, China, Mexico, nor Canada have taken such drastic steps towards institutionalizing the BITI. China, the U.S.'s largest trade partner by far, and also its most prominent geopolitical opponent, has taken a strong stance against the asset, initially banning it outright before softening its approach slightly. China now allows mining operations, but strictly prohibits the use of Bitcoin. And overall, the government has preferred to concentrate its efforts on developing a retail central bank digital currency in the form of the digital yuan. The European Union, another major U.S. trade partner, passed its markets and crypto assets regulatory framework in May 2023, which came into full implementation by member states at the end of 2024. While the EU is ahead of the U.S. in terms of passing concrete legislation, it offers far less preferential terms to the industry than those expected in the U.S. parallel legislation currently circulating in Congress. Crypto user penetration in the EU is expected to remain essentially stagnant this year, and crypto's popularity is low overall amongst its wealthiest economies, which is mind-boggling. No member state has a Bitcoin reserve, even in crypto-friendly Switzerland, which saw $52 billion in U.S. service exports last year. There are limits to crypto endorsement and adoption. On March 1st, the Swiss National Bank president said Bitcoin wasn't suitable as a reserve asset, citing stability, liquidity concerns, and security risks and lizard folk. Germany's central bank chief also dismissed the idea of a Bitcoin reserve, while Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney previously criticized Bitcoin as being poor form of money. Again, I mean, what do you expect from lizard folk? Related, Canada's new Liberal Prime Minister means for crypto, South Korea doesn't really feel ready to hold Bitcoin as a reserve asset, with the Bank of Korea stating that Bitcoin is volatile and does not meet International Monetary Fund standards. Again, what do you expect from the lizard folk? However, North Korea is now holding like over 200,000 Bitcoin as they continue to do their hacks. Critics have questioned the strategic value of the U.S. Bitcoin Reserve and who it benefits in the long run. Cornell economist professor says this is neither a strategic nor sensible idea. I'd expect nothing less from the professor of these universities who basically are mouthpieces for the lizard folk, but I think you guys catch my drift. But the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve does neither of these, he says, and there's no great demand amongst Americans for Bitcoin. That's how you know it's FUD, saying nobody in the United States, there's no demand for Bitcoin. Are you shitting me? The president of the free world understands there's a demand for it. So who cares what these stupid university professors really have to think? Now, Charles Edwards wrote, this is the most underwhelming and disappointing outcome we could have expected for the week, but also not surprising. Looks like no tangible Bitcoin Strategic Reserve in 2025. No active buying means this is just a fancy title for Bitcoin holdings that already exist with the government. This is a pig in lipstick. However, we also have to consider there's net neutral ways where they don't have to use the taxpayer dollars to accumulate the Bitcoin, which is actually our next story of the day. Government can realize gains on gold certificates to buy the Bitcoin. This is according to Bo Hines. So if it's a budget neutral and doesn't cost the taxpayers a dime, he says whatever creative ideas we come up with, we're going to move forward with. So you already know Bitcoin will be adopted by the United States. The question is, will it be 1 million Bitcoin, which is the low end for the proposal, or will it be the high end, which Michael Saylor is proposing Trump to do, which is roughly 5% of the Bitcoin supply, which would be 5 million to 5.5 million BTC for the United States of America? Let me know. CERN makes me nervous, Swiss horror show, or maybe I'm just paranoid. Yeah, you're not paranoid. It should make you nervous. It's pretty wild. Who knows what they're up to? Global markets. The CME, the Bitcoin futures desk, 100 years ago, 1 ounce of gold would buy you a nice suit. Today, 1 ounce of gold will still buy you a nice suit. Depending upon your definition of nice, there's people I know who wouldn't dare rock a three, you know what I mean? So who knows? Blessings upon blessings on blessings on blessings. Wonder what the fear and greed index is. I'm guessing around a 30. Well, we brought that up earlier. Yes, it is a 31 in fear. Today is the official crypto greed and fear index, broskies. And again, welcome everyone. 1,300 people on the stream. We're getting ready to jump into our feature story of the day, discussing the United States trading gold certificates for Bitcoin, which would be their most strategic move of all time. Let's make it happen, Captain. Wonder what the, yep, so we're 31 today, so pretty spot on there, Adam. Well done. Well done, brother.
The point is, if you have the superior asset.
And also, there's different crypto greed and fear indexes, and they're going to give you different readouts. So, for example, maybe CoinMarketCap will differ from the crypto greed and fear index I use. Bitcoin dominance will differ depending upon the source. So, the source I'm using shows 31, which is the crypto greed and fear index. Yep. So close, but no cigar.
It's going up forever, Laura.
Forever. Read my lips, jackass. I feel like the jerky boys here. That's RIZZO. Open your ears.
Take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house
and buy Bitcoin. Shout out Mikey Saylor, holding it down. But yeah, you said no cigar. I proved you wrong. In fact, we're going to offer cigars only to the broskies here. I got a nice box of cigars. We still got a few left. They're going like a hot commodity, though. This box had, I think, 24 or 25 when I purchased them. And they're almost all gone. So, cop your bitty cigars, broskies, while you can. Oh, I love the Jerky Boys. Bro, I was one of the biggest Jerky Boy fans. I had all their albums back when cassette tapes were a thing. And I even loved the movie. Remember when they dropped a movie? Yeah, they were the best. Those prank calls were phenomenal. Gave me a lot of laughter as a child. Let's just say that. I miss the jerkies. They need to bring back the jerkies. Send me a cigar. You can cop your own cigar. I think shipping would cost more than the cigar. So these cigars, I bought a box. Like I said, it was like maybe $2.50. So maybe $10 a cigar. I think normally they're like $12 a cigar, but I bought so many, they discounted it to $10. I'll take one. Right on, DNA. I got you, broski. Maybe we'll have to, slice this open and put some of the Chiba Chiba in it. Bring facts style. I predict another mid-April, early May run, just like 2020. Can't wait. Send it, as they say in the hood. Are you guys ready for our feature story? Let me know. Nippinator's ready. He's keeping them nippinating. I'm going to take another sip of the ginger drink here. A little lemon ginger pineapple. Why don't you go on the bridge and show? The bridge and show. I don't even know what that means. Oh, Michael Ash saved his. Awesome, brother. It's a good collectible. You can be like, yo, I was at the Puerto Rico 100K Bitcoin party. And, showing your grandchildren 50 years. That's just going on. A lot of people said a couple of years ago. Right on. Yeppers. Hey now. But anyways. But yeah, all attendees that attended the 100K fiesta, they got themselves a CNA cap and a bitty cigar. So next time there's a get together, don't miss out. And there may not be another one till we hit 1.1 million. I don't know. But we'll find out. Again, welcome everyone joining us. 1,311 people here. We're live on X Rumble and YouTube. And let's dive right into our next story. Thank you guys for the love. I am monitoring comments and quotes of the stream. And again, thank you, Max Kaiser, for reposting that. That's why it's blowing up. So much appreciated. Gold to paper, paper to Bitcoin. History rhymes, but this time it's digital. Bobby Digi. That's right. Call me JV Digital. Get your chin on Biffin's bridge. I don't know if that's like, what is it called? I don't know what that means. That's my point. When Nipper coins are sold out. They sold out within 10 minutes of release. You'll never get your hands on a Nippinator coin. One person purchased them all. I mean, you snooze, you lose. So sorry. That's funny seeing you short coin and bring facts. I think the other day all on the other pod. Oh, word up. Which pod are we talking? Do you even Bitcoin, bro? Let me know. If not, what are you even doing with your life? Remember in the movie Friday? It's Friday. You got no job. You ain't got shit to do. If you ain't smoking weed, what are you doing with your life? Let's flip it. It's a Friday. Bitcoin's down 84,000. If you ain't stacking sats, what are you doing with your life? Let me know. 500K. Let's do it again. I'm down. Maybe we'll make it happen. Maybe we will. It's going to be interesting to see how fast we climb to 500,000. I mean, there's still the opportunity of that happening this year. There's obviously no guarantee it could happen next year, and it may not even happen till the next cycle of 2028. But that's what makes Biddy so exciting. No one can predict the future, but we all know one thing. It's going up forever, Laura. You feel me? Discovered the crypto channel. He's okay. Bitcoin trying to paint the green candle. Word. 1.1 million in play. 6 figs all day. 100K. Bitcoin, babe. Exactly. Let me tell you something. But anyways, here we go. Now for our feature story of the day. Government can realize gains on gold certificates to buy Bitcoin. And this is according to Bo Hines. That's right. As you can read here in the headline, if it's budget neutral and doesn't cost the taxpayers a dime, we'll see whatever creative ideas we can come up with. And you already know Michael Saylor probably came up with 101 ideas for the U.S. government to do just that. And one of the many ways is get rid of the fake gold, a.k.a. the gold derivatives, a.k.a. the gold certificates, and trade it for the hardest asset in human existence, Bitcoin. And here someone wrote, sell gold, buy Bitcoin. Shout out to the BTC archive. The Trump administration's budget neutral way to buy billions of dollars of Bitcoin, as broken out here. Eleanor Tourette and it looks like Jackie, but they actually have a conversation about that. And it's a very viable way. And Saylor already proposed that to Trump. And then Max Kaiser wrote, as predicted, Bitcoin is demonetizing gold. You're damn right. So yeah, the Trump admin appears poised to grow a strategic Bitcoin reserve after the White House Crypto Council had suggested budget neutral ways for acquiring the digital asset. There's been countless ideas about the government and how it can acquire more Bitcoin. Bo Hines, executive director of the President Council of Advisors on Digital Assets, said in a recent interview in the Crypto in America podcast, perhaps the best way of doing so would be to realize the gains on the government's gold certificates, which are priced far less than bullion is actually worth today. I'll actually point you to Cynthia Lummis's Bitcoin Act of 2025, in which she believes that we can identify the real, true value of some of these gold certificates. If we actually realize the gains on those holdings, that would be a budget neutral way to acquire more Bitcoin. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada Bitcoin. And as of the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis explains, all gold certificates held at the Fed banks are computed at a statutory price of $42.22 per troy ounce. That's crazy because right now on the spot market, gold is going for $3,000 an ounce. I mean, to me, it means there's more gold being sold than actually exists, hence derivatives. Not a good look. Senator Lummis proposed the Bitcoin Act of 2025, listing the Federal Reserve System gold certificates as one source of funding for Bitcoin purchases. Let's go. If it doesn't cost the taxpayers a dime, let's make her happen, Captain. The bill requires the Fed banks tender all outstanding gold certificates in their custody to the Treasury Secretary, so the Secretary can issue the new certificates that reflect the fair market value price of the gold held against such certificates by the Treasury. Hines said he is open to any ideas about how to grow the reserve, so as long as it doesn't cost a taxpayer a dime. That's the key. That's the crux of the budget neutral strategies for acquiring Bitcoin laid out by President Trump's March 6th executive order. So all of you fudsters saying the United States can't purchase anything, they're not going to purchase anything, blah, 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 blah. You're wrong. They are absolutely going to do so. They're not stupid. And with all the interagency working group actors that will convene in these meetings, I mean, we are going to hear some tremendous ideas about how we can do it. I just don't want the box us in yet what we actually looks like, because I want to be able to hear from everybody, including the Nippinator, new chairman of the SEC. The U.S. government currently holds roughly 207,000 of the Bitcoin seized in the criminal and civil proceedings. Ain't that ironic? The stolen Bitcoin gets stolen by the government, and the government still has roughly 100,000 Bitcoin belonging to Bitfinex. When you going to return it, U.S. government? Let me know. And during the interview, Hines reiterated the Bitcoin special status, suggesting the White House Crypto Council was treating the strategic reserve and digital asset stockpile very differently. Quoting him here. The reason we structured the Bitcoin strategic reserve the way we did is because Bitcoin is different. Facts. I'm glad they recognize that. It is unique. It is a commodity, not a security. David Sachs likes to say it has the immaculate conception. I like that. Meaning there is no issuer. It has intrinsic stored value and is traditionally accepted store of value as well. We wanted to make that distinction between the stockpile and the reserve. Hell yeah. The Bitcoin strategic reserve, you never sell. You hodl for eternity. The crypto stockpile, I mean, who really cares? The White House rushed to defend Bitcoin's special status shortly after Trump announced plans for the digital asset stockpile, which included a smattering of large cap alts, which I believe is like XRP, Cardano, and Ether, and there may have been one other. Even Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick clarified Bitcoin would be treated differently for the rest of the alts listed. That's right, because the pretty little bitty is in an asset class of itself, and there's no comparing it to any of these altcoins. And even Trumpster is recognizing that, so kudos to his administration. In addition to the Bitcoin acquisition targets, the Trump admin is making significant headway on crypto legislation through the bipartisan cooperation. According to Representative Ro Khanna, California Dem, Congress should be able to pass the stablecoin bill and crypto market structure bill this year in 2025. And if you don't know, now you know. So you tell me this. Do you think the United States will actually follow through with this plan of budget neutral ways to buy billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin by selling their gold certificates for the apex predator, and as predicted, Bitcoin demonetizing gold in real time. You guys let me know your thoughts, and I'm going to leave you with a Max Kaiser quote. Gold is the poor man's Bitcoin. I repeat, especially for you, Peter Schiff, gold is the poor man's Bitcoin. And if you don't know, now you know. Broskies. And with that being shared, welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. JV here, still live in the flesh, hour 2 of the stream. And I will stick around for the next hour or so, do this Q&A. Is there a budget neutral way to buy Bitcoin? Wouldn't have already used those funds to decrease their deficit? Asked Robert O'Connor. There's probably hundreds of ways to do so if you get creative. Think of it this way. You know how Doge, the acronym, is finding ways, America's been wasting money. Just think of it this way. How much money did the United States send to the Ukraine since COVID? The answer is like hundreds of billions of dollars. What if they just put that into Bitcoin? Or what if they just get rid of the stupid gold, the poor man's Bitcoin, for the real thing? Because there's nothing like the real thing, baby. You know what I mean? So many creative ways. You can print money out of thin air. It doesn't cost taxpayers any money. You know what I mean? There's enough inflation as it is. Maybe that creates more inflation, but I don't think the government cares. You know what I mean? So whether they print the money out of the thin air or whether they sell the fake gold, and allegedly there's all this gold at Fort Knox, let's get rid of it. Whatever is there. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's all there. Let's audit it first. But there's a lot of creative ways. You know what I mean? I know Saylor's on it because Saylor's the one who's proposing Trump to purchase 5 million Bitcoin. And for him to propose it, knowing they can't use taxpayer dollars, that means Saylor's probably already submitted like a 200-page report. Like, here's 200 creative ways to buy more Bitcoin for the balance sheet of the Treasury of the United States of America. I'm Michael Saylor. It's going up forever, Laura. I asked the new chairman of the SEC what his plans are in the near future. He licked himself and went asleep. I mean, what do you expect? It's Nippinator. He's not in the frame right now, but he's here somewhere. Which way is there? There's the Nippinator. He's hiding out like Waldo today. But anyways, the gold thing might happen actually, but is not very likely because there's so many people invested in it. Well, why does it matter if people are invested in it or not for them to use that as a strategy? Printing dollars does not equal budget neutral. They're printing it out of thin air. Is that not budget neutral? Oh, sounds like it is to me. But anyways, stick to the gold idea. How much gold? Can someone look up the market cap of gold? I would speculate it's probably like in the 19, 20 trillion ballpark, considering that's at $3,000 a troy ounce right now, which is the all-time high. So just for the sake of round numbers, $20 trillion, how much of that can we put into Bitcoin? Come on now. The doing. Didn't y'all see they recalled the 250,000 Cybertrucks? Oh, what'd they recall it for? I didn't see that. Is something wrong with them? Do they explode or something? Let me know. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to end the YouTube stream so we can do uncensored version of the pod over on X and Rumble. So if you're on YouTube, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here. Head on over to the Rumble, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. If you're on X, you're golden, but the YouTube transmission will end, and we'll continue with the uncensored version of the pod and premiere a brand new song called Bitcoin Presidents. Let's go. Mods, let me know when the YouTube transmission is officially over, and we'll flip it out